I'd like to call to order the Finance and Personnel Committee meeting for Monday, October 20th, 2014. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Wood.
Here.
Alder Bussey.
Here.
Mayor Miller.
Here. Is there a motion for approval of the minutes of the October 6th meeting?
So, second.
There's a motion and second. Corrections, deletions, additions?
No, I guess I did miss the whole thing, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Nope.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the minutes have been approved. Is there anyone here this evening to appear before Personnel and Finance that's not on the agenda? Kathy, you're here for council? Okay. Then I'll declare the appearances section closed. There's no unfinished business this evening. Under new business, item 6A is consideration of resolution 14-10-1988, approval of the 2015 through 2019 capital improvements program and 2015 capital borrowing. What is the wish of this committee?
I would say just that
To
we just
defer
go
it
ahead and forward it to the council without recommendation.
Is a motion to
Second.
forward it and a second discussion?
No.
No. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will just forward that on. Consideration of resolution 14-10-1989 requesting exemption from the county library tax. Is there a motion for approval?
I'll move approval.
Is there a second? There's a motion second. Eric?
Every year, we ask the council to approve a resolution to exempt Monona residents from the county library tax. This year, as in all of the previous years, we meet all of their standards, so we can save the taxpayer some money.
Any questions of Eric?
No, I just had a comment.
Yes.
Comments.
Alder Wood?
Just very briefly, I didn't actually, calculate all the numbers, just kind of eyeballing them. I'm fairly certain that Monona has the highest equalized value per capita of any of the cities and villages listed there. Based, if you look at the population, we have one of the smallest populations of any of those. Even Mount Horeb is just below us, according to the U.S. Census. Which I think is significant in a lot of ways, but one way it's significant is that it allows us to also have one of the higher per capita municipal appropriations for the library. Maybe not entirely adequate, but a very good appropriation.
You're right.
Yeah, looks like it. I mean, just on a quick,
Dramatically
quick
so.
eyeball. What's the
That we're
equalized value?
commensurate
That's
with.
huge.
Yep. Further questions? That's so we raise the property taxes on those lakeshore owners. So. Oh, excuse me. Present company accepted.
You're
All
going to
right.
regret that.
Further discussion? Hearing none. Is there, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7 is acceptance of the general fund accounts payable checks dated October 3rd through the 16th. Mark?
There's not a lot in these. If you have any questions, but I'm just going to start on page 3. Arrow, just finishing up the library remodel. As you can see, the project is basically completed.
CGC is who? Jake? Lottis Park?
Soil boring,
For- yeah.
geotech.
Oh, okay.
And that's on every project like that. You'll see a lot of projects in here that are related to the triangle. So generation title, page 5.
Was that for the Strand Phase 1?
That was actually for the Phase 1 and the survey that was done on all the properties.
No surprises? No surprises?
No surprises.
Alder Bussey?
Are any of those TIF eligible funds?
They're all TIF
They're all
eligible
to
funds.
TIF right now. Page 6, just a couple things. You can see the first one, Kilgus. This is equipment repair. This is the library repairs. It just, they're just expensive when we have to do them. Repairs, they add up. You'll notice that when we get to the operating budget with those. A couple lines down from there is Johnson Tree Service and Shrub Care, brush pickup cost for the first and second quarter.
Second and third.
Second and third quarter, I'm sorry. Page 8 is again Springstead, just some marketing survey related, and that's also TIF eligible.
I've got a question on page 8. Rupert Milky is doing our GIS web maintenance, apparently.
Yes.
Is they,
They do that, yeah, just for our GIS system.
okay. Good to know it's being maintained regularly.
Page 9, Mark? Thermodynamics, and then if you can just explain the Vanderwall.
You said Vanderwall?
Thermodynamics up above, United Park Shelter. Jake?
That's the
Alarm system.
air duct system, mechanical exhaust system.
That was part of the contract.
And the Vanderwall line item on there for $15,800 is for the services the city secured for planning and redevelopment of the Bridge Road Broadway parcels.
And is that up to a certain date?
That is through the month of September.
Okay.
Is that, and I know we're going to be looking at some of the
Let's see.
bills or what invoices or something at CDA next week on that,
That's correct.
in addition to this.
What we'll be looking at is extension of planning and development services through the end of 2015. So there's actually going to be two work orders that we're proposing to the CDA and then eventually the City Council.
Thank you.
Page 14, Bobcat of Madison. We are doing a stump grinder, so there's, starting with that. Not too far from there, Brothers Maine, the fire department for their washing machine. Page 15,
Could we go back to 13 under credit card charges? $900 for the flour factory? 877 to be exact.
Monty.
For Wild Haven Park.
Yeah.
And Omega Park.
Okay.
page 15, Johnson Tree Services, so some of their costs related, there's mowing, emergency brush pickup, and additional mowing.
What mowing do they do?
They actually mow the medians on Broadway and Monona Drive.
So the large invoice, what period of time is it for?
It's a full year.
Yeah, that's the full growing season.
That's a lot. That's higher than I would have guessed. I wonder if it's worth looking at whether the city could do that.
We've
Effectively.
Coming to you in the operating budget.
Okay.
proposed to bring that in-house
Okay.
next year.
Cool. All right. Great minds. Or something.
And you still make cartoons.
That's all I have.
Further questions?
Let me look. On 17 MSA, the services, well,
Sorry.
Interim services?
Interim engineering assistant.
Yeah, actually, that we had an engineer that moved from SCS engineers to MSA, and those are
got it.
some charges that we incurred to complete some plans that he was working on.
Okay.
Further questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of approval
I don't
of
have
the
a-
check register?
There's no motion, Mayor.
Oh, It wasn't.
Approval?
Second?
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Checks have been approved. Is there any miscellaneous business this evening? Alder Wood?
I have a miscellaneous business item that we should take miscellaneous business off of our agendas based on, or at least
Never
talk to the
having?
city attorney about it. No, it's because it creates open meetings violations. It's an invitation to them when you have just an item that doesn't list what is going to be discussed. And apparently the Attorney General's office has gotten stricter about how they at least interpret it.
Could the city administrator check into that, please?
Yes, I will. I'll take it off.
Is he coming? Is the attorney
No.
not coming tonight? Okay. Further miscellaneous business or lack thereof or discussion thereof? Hearing
Move we
none.
adjourn?
There's a motion for adjournment and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned.